We are the Nameless, and this is Selene. I am Robbie Clark, and I'm going to talk to you about the problem/use case that our app is meant to solve. Video games at their core are made for enjoyment. In the modern video game market, most of the games are now centered around dedicated video game players. These are the people that can take time to play long sessions and learn difficult mechanics. And we wanted to bring games back into sort of the casual sense of video games. Think Super Mario and Sonic, games that were easy for players to pick up and learn quickly and play for short sessions at a time. That is what Selene is meant to be. It's meant to be a 2D platformer that has simple mechanics, easy, fun puzzles, and allows for those quick, casual sessions of gaming.
So before we get into the demo portion of this video, we'd like to talk about a few technologies that we used during the development of the project. My name is Spencer Beaumont, and I will be talking about GitHub. GitHub is what we used for source control in our project. It is a tool, features, bugs, maintaining code. We used GitHub in that we created each of our own branches to develop specific features. We also were able to use GitHub to sort of maintain a backup of our code just in case anything catastrophic were to happen with any of our machines. Our GitHub repository is linked on our project's website, which is also hosted by GitHub.
Hi, my name is Ethan Core, and what I'm going to talk about is the game engine that we used to build Selene. Selene was developed using the Unity game engine, and we picked Unity because it is a beginner-friendly and verbose game engine that gives us some pretty powerful tools to ease the process of development a little bit. Unity uses C# natively, and this is my first interaction with C# personally, as well as the Unity game engine. Working in Unity has been challenging so far, but I am proud of my accomplishments and what I did this semester.
I'm Caleb Martin. Unity itself handled the display, input, physics, and level organization of the game. It provided the backbone of basic features so that we as a team could focus on more specific gameplay systems. The editor itself works to provide a sort of drag-and-drop system of level creation. It also provides the opportunity to hook together different objects through exposed class variables, which is what allows many of our systems to work.
Alright, my name is Jason Tran, and let's hop into the game. So this is our main menu. The user can press play to play the game. We got an options menu to show that we have so that the user can see the controls and adjust the volume. So now you can hear our main menu music. They can't. This is also a list of the controls of the game. I will explain them when we get into the game, and obviously quit for quitting the application.
This is one of the cutscenes I made for our game, which appear at various points to provide context and give the player a sense of progress. They can all be skipped by clicking the text in the bottom right corner, but for this cutscene we established the stakes of the game, which is that a rocket is on a collision course for Earth.
Okay, this is the intro level. It's a basic little puzzle level. Now, I developed the movement system for the game, so the character moving around and jumping and switching gravity, which we're going to show later, all developed by me.
Alright, this is my first level. I'm using A and D to move our character left and right. Robbie made the dialogue system, which you will see here. In order to progress, I made a gravity switch. I also made some enemies, these robot enemies, that if the player collides with them, it restarts the level and allows you to try again. I made a key system so that the player will be able to click E to interact and pick up the key. And all the player has to do is bring the key back to the lock to unlock the exit, and now the player can move on to the next level by using E. Alright, this is my second level, and to do this level, you gotta bring these boxes over to these buttons, use gravity to press them, and they have different gravity scales, which mean they fall at different speeds. We do this so that we can navigate these boxes for that maze system using these pistons, this piston system I made, which pushes the box through the maze, which you need to get over to that button, which unlocks this gate, so you can get that key and bring it back to progress on to the next level. But in sake of time, we're going to use cheat codes, which was made by Ethan.
Yeah, this cheat code system currently only has 2 codes. One of them skips to the next level, and one of them enables invincibility.
So this is the moment in the game when we introduce player-controlled gravity switching with these gravity boots. Once you pick up these boots, you can press the W or S button to switch gravity at will. However, we have it so that you have to have touched ground in between gravity switches in order to switch gravity again. Unless the player was be able to fly through the level, switching gravity constantly. This is my level. This introduces the wire system. I can also mention that dialogue system. While Jason solves these wires, you just match the wire colors, and the door disappears. For the dialogue system that pops up at the beginning of every level, it scrolls through the text, and then you just press space to make that go away. I also made these lasers. These lasers have a few different unique mechanics. The player dies on touching them, and they can move side to side and blink like you see in these 2 lasers right here. In this level, once you solve all of these wire puzzles, you are able to make it all the way through. In the interest of time, we are going to move to the next level now. In this 3rd level, you solve 1 wire puzzle before moving on to the next level. However, we get introduced to the main villain of the game, the ship's rogue AI.
This is my level, which is designed around the idea of one-way moving platforms. So you'll need to move fast and make careful jumps between these 2 platforms in order to get to the end of the level on the far right end of the screen and not get left behind. These platforms are made with the same system that controls the rest of the moving platforms in the game, except that these 2 are linked using Unity's parent-child system so that they move at the same time. This is my mini game, which is centered around matching a displayed prompt. The controls are shown on screen here. This version of the minigame is 3 phases long, though the minigame system itself is completely modular in Unity's editor.
This is my first level. What I was going for was just basic classic platforming. Fun but challenging, that sort of thing. Incorporated a lot of the laser assets that we already used and the wire assets that are present in the game. This was really just like a fun little, and you just skipped most of the level. Darn. This is just a fun little showcase of what's already really been featured. This is the 2nd level I made. More of the same kind of design influence, but I wanted to emphasize the ability to sprint in this level. There's one specific jump that you need to use the sprint ability in order to make it across. Oh, this little part was just a joke by me, because you have to fall down right at the center, otherwise you die. There we go. Oh. All right, we're gonna move on to the next little section. This is the mini game I made. Because I'm new to Unity, I figured, hey, Atari Breakout, I can make that space themed. I can make that sort of fit in. So I made a copy of Atari Breakout. You control the ball. I mean, you control the paddle. Bounce the ball against the bricks. If you fail, you get sent to a little state here where you have to go back in the door to try again. We're gonna move on.
All right. This is one of my levels. Here I wanted to feature the buttons and the gates and their functionality because that's something that I designed. And I also wanted to show that you can use the buttons to disable some hazards in the levels. So that is done in that level, but also this level that we are just now entering. Yeah. Nothing too complicated. And on my third level that I designed, I wanted to give the player a challenge from the start and require them to move quickly enough to avoid these lasers and the wires beneath. And yeah, this is our final level before getting into the boss battles.
Alright, this is a cutscene Caleb made to introduce the boss battles which I made. Alright, here we go on to the boss battle. There are going to be 3 phases, and this is just some intro dialogue. The goal of the boss battle is to hurt the boss by using the gravity mechanic to drop the box on the boss. I tried to use all the mechanics that the players have learned so far in the game to progress. This is the second boss battle. The second phase. To make it harder, I just add some speed to everything. The moving platforms, the lasers, and the boss itself. And third phase is the hardest with the most speed. And for sake of time, I'm going to use the cheat code to go into the final cutscene to display that the player has finished his mission, and that's the end of the game. Thank you for watching.